What's up, everybody? I'm Dylan. I'm a co-founder here at AI Buddy, and we're on a mission to get as many businesses and people as we can leveraging the huge advantages of ChatGPT and AI. Now, as it is, we're trying to launch this YouTube channel, which will bring you practical tips on how ChatGPT can help you 10x your productivity. And it's going to show you how you can massively improve your productivity and your work output just simply by using this free tool. As you probably already know, AI is already working on our phones in the background, doing things, suggesting things that we might like. We all know this from our TikTok feeds, our Facebook feeds. Google tries to anticipate what it is you're going to search for. All of these are examples of AI being used in the real world. But up until now, or specifically up until the latter end of last year, when ChatGPT was launched, it really needed specialist knowledge, specialist teams, and certainly a reasonable budget in order to be able to leverage that kind of thing. Now OpenAI has released ChatGPT. This has made AI massively more accessible to just everyday people, okay? Just people like you and me who are just trying to do our job better, or maybe just automate away certain tasks that we don't like doing. ChatGPT represents a massive change in how we access AI services, and I think its effects are going to be felt a lot more from now on. So, as I mentioned earlier, ChatGPT was launched around late November last year in 2022. It was launched by a company called OpenAI. OpenAI was founded in 2015, and ChatGPT was released in November 2022. Now, to give you some idea of exactly how popular this tool is, ChatGPT hit 100 million users within 2 months of the launch. Now, to give that some context, the next fastest was Instagram, and it took over 2 years for it to get to 100 million users. So this is a very popular tool. It's being used by a lot of people, and we're really just at the very beginning of working out exactly how it can help us. So enough of me talking. Well, actually, I'm going to do some more talking, but let's actually see some of ChatGPT in action. I'm going to show you something very simple, which I think a lot of businesses have to deal with, especially business owners, but I suspect this happens to a lot of people in health and safety teams as well. We're going to look at a very simple example, and we're going to see how ChatGPT can help us. So, all I've done here, okay, if you need to get to ChatGPT, just use your search engine. I use Google. I've just typed in ChatGPT, as you can see there. This is the link you want here, introducing ChatGPT. That will give you this page. You just click on Try ChatGPT here, and that will take you through to here. From here, if you have a login already, you probably don't, you need to click on Sign Up. Sign Up will take you through to this page. It will ask only for your email address, and it will ask you for a password. Okay, you can also use social login here with Google or Microsoft if you have an appropriate account. Once that's done, you get an email, you verify that your account should be made active, and then once that's done, you can sign into ChatGPT itself and you will get this. Now, this is worth pointing out because ChatGPT is it's still in its sort of beta stage, possibly earlier. It's very impressive, but there are some things to take note of. Specifically, I'd like to highlight this section here, which says, while we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information. This is true. It can hallucinate. Please don't take what it says as gospel, because it can get things wrong. However, as you will see, it gives us an excellent starting point, and that's really going to help our productivity. So for this video today, we're going to do a very simple demonstration of what ChatGPT can do. And for this, I asked around my friends, and one thing that kept on coming up was writing risk assessments. Nobody really likes doing them. People don't know what to put in. You know, unless it's your day-to-day bread and butter, it's just not something that trips off the tongue. So what I've done is I have done a search for sample risk assessments, and I found this one from the University of Cambridge. It's publicly available on Google. So it does say it's an example here, but we can get an idea, right, of the sort of things that it's going to ask for or that should be included in a risk assessment. So if I come back here, now I have a pre-prepared prompt, but I'm going to take you through it. If I just fit that in there, so I'm imagining that I'm working for a company that happens to fit new external doors to houses in the UK. Okay, here. So I'm just giving it context, and then I'm asking it, create a risk assessment for fitting it, include entries for the following: the significant hazards or risks, what could go wrong, a risk rating, high, medium or low, and actions which can mitigate the risk. And I'm also asking it to output in a table format. What am I going to do actually is I'm going to remove that for now, and we can see the sort of format that it outputs it in when we ask it. So I'm just going to hit enter. Now ChatGPT is going to have a think about that. It's been running a little bit slowly this morning. I'm using ChatGPT Plus. Oh, look at that. Look, it's started already. Okay, so while it's typing that, ChatGPT Plus is like their paid option, so you can pay $20 a month and have access to sort of slightly faster responses, and you're less likely to have to wait, which has been happening of late with the free version. But you don't have to. You know, if you use the free version, and certainly if you were to use it in the mornings before our friends over the pond in the US come online, I don't think you'd have any problems with it at all. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed there, but as the text was appearing, it almost looked like somebody was typing it. Now, I don't want to get too deeply into the technicals, but this is because this isn't a UX feature. This isn't something that somebody thought would look cool. It is actually generating it in real time. Okay, you can think of ChatGPT as kind of a very advanced autocorrect or auto-suggest that you get on your phone keyboard. It's just really trying to predict what it is you're looking for based on the initial request here. So it says here, risk assessment for fitting new external door in the UK, significant hazards or risks, personal injuries, cuts or bruises, electrical shock or fire caused by improper installation, damage to the property or surroundings caused by improper handling or installation. All good stuff, right? Now, I'm just thinking with my non-existent risk assessment head on here. I have next to no experience of doing these, but I'm sort of thinking, actually, do you know what? Damage to the property and surroundings caused by improper handling or installation might be something that would be covered in our sort of quality guarantee or something along those lines. So I could say to it, rewrite it with a focus on personal injury. So I'm only worried about how people can get hurt in this situation rather than how property can get hurt. Now, you'll notice that it knows when I say rewrite it, it knows that it refers to its previous output. This is because ChatGPT will remember what you have told it already within the confines of a particular chat. These are the chats listed here. Okay, so I'm currently in a chat that I've named risk assessment, and everything that I mention to it in here, it will remember the context of. If I log out and come back, this will still be here, and I can kind of go back to that chat and it will remember all the context that I've given it within that chat. If I was to create a new chat and I said rewrite it with a focus on personal injury, it wouldn't know what I'm talking about because that would be in a separate chat. So it has rewritten it once again. It is just filtered out for just the hazards which could lead to personal injury. Okay, and what could go wrong? The door could fall on somebody causing injury. Accidents with tools could, yes, this is all good stuff. All right. Actually, though, I want it output more like this. This is sort of more like the example that I'm expecting. So I'm going to say, now output this in a table. Okay. Now, that isn't quite what I was expecting or what I want, because I was expecting that significant hazards or risks would be one column, what could go wrong as another. So I'm just going to ask it to change it. Rewrite as a table with column names significant hazards or risks. What could go wrong? Risk rating and actions to mitigate risk. Let's see what it comes out with. Oh, that's more like it. That's more like what I was expecting. Now you can see here that I can just talk to it like I would somebody, another person, right? And it just gets it. In most cases, it just gets it. Now, the other thing to remember here is that you might think this is a bit laborious to get the format that you might want every single time. And yes, you'd be right, but there's absolutely no reason, as we saw with the original prompt, that I couldn't have tacked at the end of this, output as a table with these columns. And that's something that you could copy and paste into like a Word document of prompts. So these are the prompts, the requests that we give to ChatGPT. And you could just copy and paste that, and when you need it for something else, you just copy it, edit it, paste it in, and it would give you something in the format that you expect. So that's it. I'm really keen to see what ideas people have about what could be automated. Have a think about what you do in your day-to-day life, in your work life, and if it's anything that involves having to write things that you really don't like writing or you find difficult writing, odds are ChatGPT can help. It's a really exciting time. But if you have any ideas, pop them in the comments below. Also, let's try and get our message out to as many people as possible. I think this is something that people really need to know about, not only to stay relevant in the market, but this is something that can just boost your productivity by a massive amount, make you much more attractive for new roles, new jobs. This is going to be huge. And I think I saw a quote floating around Twitter a few days ago, which I thought summed it up beautifully. There's a lot of people out there who are worried that their job is going to be taken over by AI. Now, whilst that may be true eventually, right now that's not the state of the art. The state of the art is that, especially ChatGPT, it needs guidance, okay? It needs somebody to ask it the right questions. All right, it needs a qualified somebody to ask the right questions, to bring it in and to give you the results that you're looking for, and good quality results. So actually, AI isn't going to take your job, but somebody who knows how to use AI, well, that's a different matter. That's why we really want to get the word out there. So please like and subscribe, and let's get this information out to as many people as possible. Until next time, guys.